The January 16th SAT question of the day involved probability. So here's the question. A six-sided number cube with faces 1 through 6, that's standard, is to be rolled twice. What is the probability that the number that comes up on the first roll will be less than the number that comes up on the second roll? So one way to think about this is, of all the possibilities of two rolls, I can roll one of six numbers on the first roll and one of six numbers on the second roll. So the total possibilities I have in two rolls is 36. For example, that could be roll a 1 and then roll a 2, or roll a 1 and roll a 3, etc. This question wants us to figure out what the probability would be if the first roll is less than the number that comes up on the second roll. So if I roll a 1 on the first roll, can I roll a 1 on the second roll? No, that wouldn't be valid according to the question. I would have to roll a 2 on the second roll, or a 3, or a 4, or a 5, or a 6. One way to do this is probability tree. So if I roll a 1 on the first roll, so this is the first roll, on the second roll, I could roll a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And you can walk through the other rolls as well, and you can see a pattern. I roll a 2 on the first roll. In order for the number on the second roll to be greater than the number on the first roll, I'd have to roll a 3, or a 4, or a 5, or a 6. And likewise for 3, 4, 5. And, interestingly enough, if you roll a 6 on your first roll, there is no number you can roll on your second roll that would be greater than 6. So for 3, you could roll a